So one of my biggest frustrations, I would say, recently is feeling like I am not able to communicate as well as I want to certain ideas to people. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that if people knew everything that I knew about health and fitness, number one, that they would be able to achieve all their goals. Number two, they would never stop working out at Coyote because they would understand the benefits that they're getting out of it the way that I do. And that's what keeps me motivated and driven. And so what I want to do is think about how can I best convey that to as many people and be able to help them understand how important it is, number one, and also keep them motivated to keep going. And so I've tried so many different things over the years. I wrote articles for a really long time. I love to write, and I think that helped a lot of people, but a lot of people aren't really interested in reading an article. And you know, we've done 200 podcast episodes, and pretty much all my knowledge is out there in those podcast episodes. And I know a lot of people really enjoyed them, but what I really wanted to do is create something where let's condense everything and have a way for me to go in depth on as many different topics as I can think of and try to really put everything I've learned out there so people can really pay attention and learn and apply that to their own life and keep them motivated to continue their health and fitness journey. Because I get incredibly frustrated when I feel like I haven't been able to, or Coyote hasn't been able to convey to people the benefits that they're getting and also what they're losing by leaving, because I know how important it is. And it's what keeps me, it's what keeps me up at night. It's what keeps me thinking about what can we do better to help people reach their goals. Because I know that if they don't really know what they're getting or why they're getting their results, that they're not going to be able to get what I know they can get. We've had thousands of members over the years, and I've seen a lot of people come and I've seen a lot of people go. And I could probably count on one hand the amount of people who have left Coyote who are in better shape physically than they were when they were at Coyote. And so to me, I feel like what could we have done to help them stick around? Because I know if they leave, they're not going to get what they could have gotten if they had stuck around. And so that's what really, really drives me and motivates me to keep thinking about how can I convey my message better? How can I convey our message to our members better? Also, we have a lot of younger coaches. We've had a lot of great coaches over the years. We had a lot of coaches with us for a great amount of time, for years. And a lot of them are no longer with us. And so now the burden falls on me to be able to try to teach all our newer coaches the things that I've learned over the years so that they can convey that to the members as well. And so that's kind of why I wanted to change a little bit of the way that I'm putting my message out there and creating more of a structured approach to where I can really go in depth on a topic for 10 to 15 minutes and try to put all the information I know out there. And my goal for all this by the end of however many videos that I do is that, and I don't know how many it's going to be or how long it's going to be, but I want to say, you know what, I've put everything I know out there, and I want somebody down the road to be able to come back and say, if I just watch all these videos, I'm going to learn everything I need to know to make all my goals in health and fitness a reality. For me, that was Alex Hormozi, and I'm sure a lot of people know who that is, but there was about a 1.5 year period where I consumed his content nonstop. I listened to his podcast back to back to back. I would be cutting the yard. I would be driving in my car. I would be every spare moment. I would be listening to his podcast because I was learning so much from him. And he would say that a lot of the same things over and over and over again, but it was something that I was learning so much from this one person. I wanted to get as much out of it as I could. And I want somebody to be able to do that with health and fitness to a certain extent, to be able to say, hey, if I watch all these videos, I'm going to learn as much as I need to know to make progress, because I know what it takes. I know what we're doing works better than anything else out there. So many reasons why we do things. I've tried so many things. I've uncovered so many stones trying to further my education, to learn, trial and error, try things on myself, try things on the competitors, try things on members, and see what works. Toss it out. That if it doesn't, keep reiterating, keep saying, how can we do things better? I'm constantly looking in what we're doing and seeing how can we make this better. And I know over the years that we continue to make what we offer at Coyote better and better so that it serves so many different people in such a deep way. And I want as many people as possible to be able to experience that, because I know that they're not going to be able to get that anywhere else. I know that they're not going to be able to get in the best shape of their life. They'll be able to get in shape to a certain extent at a lot of other places, but they're never going to be able to get what they could if they were at Coyote consistently. And the only way that they're going to be able to stick with Coyote consistently is if they believe it deeply. And that falls on me to be able to try to convey to people what they can get out of it. So That's my mission. I think about this a lot. What motivates me to continue this? I opened Coyote over 11 years ago. There's so many other things that I could be doing. I could be running other types of businesses that make a lot more money. That's never been my motivating factor. I don't really like to brag or talk about myself to other people. I think most people know me know I don't really like to talk about myself or talk about things that I've done, but there's so many opportunities that I have turned down or other directions I could have gone to. And I'll be honest, I've thought about it. This business is very hard. There's a lot of people that have tried it because it looks easy and they haven't stuck around, because fitness industry is very hard, especially in the micro gym industry, because it's such a personal business. It's very, very hard. And so there's days when I'm like, why do I continue to do this? There's so many headaches. There's coaches turnover. There's people that get upset about things, and what motivates me. And I keep coming back to, I believe so deeply in the mission that we have. I believe to the deepest part of my being that this changes people's life. And it started with myself because I had lifted weights for 15 years, trying to get stronger, trying to get better for sports. And I started CrossFit in 2010. In 1 month, I felt like I made more progress than I had in years doing consistent training otherwise. And so I saw that translate over into my sport performance, which was my top priority at the time. And I continued to do that, and my body changed. I got fitter, stronger, faster, more athletic than I'd ever been playing sports in such a short amount of time that it motivated me to want to really dig deep. And then my family got involved, and I started to see the impact it had on my parents and my siblings, and seeing not only their health and fitness get better, but our family get closer because we had something in common. We were doing something hard together every single day. We had something to talk about over the dinner table. Our relationship, I can say, and they will all tell you this, is so much better now than it was before we all worked out together. And it wouldn't be what it is today without us training together consistently. My dad, I don't think he minds me saying this, but he got a stent in his heart put a couple years ago. He had a 95% blockage on the Widowmaker artery, and he had been on cholesterol medication his whole life. And I've talked to him about this. I believe with a shadow of a doubt that if he hadn't been doing constantly very functional fitness at high intensity for 10 years before that, it would have happened a lot faster than that, and he might not be walking with us today. And so I believe so deeply that I got an extra 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years with my father because of the work he put in at the gym. My mom hurt her knee in high school cheerleading. She's had a bad knee her whole life. She had a knee replacement, and because she was favored to that knee, she hurt her other knee. She had another knee replacement. She's bounced back so quickly from both of those surgeries that now she's still able to play with her grandkids every single day and able to do what she loves more than anything else, spend time with her family, play out in the yard, bend down, pick her grandkids up. There's no way she would have been able to do it if she hadn't been doing this. And she tells me this all the time. I've seen over the years so many people walk into Coyote with low self-esteem, low self-confidence, won't even look you in the eye. And a year or two later, their shoulders are pulled back. They're laughing, they're joking. They have so much confidence. Their body composition has changed so much. They have improved their position at work or whatever it is. They've improved their relationships. Maybe they found a significant other because of their new confidence, or maybe they found them at the gym. We have walls and walls of testimonies of people losing weight and getting stronger. And I just know that if you went to somebody who is on their deathbed and say, what would you give for another 10 years with your grandkids, or another 15 years with your kids? Or you go to somebody who's 6 years old and can't play with their grandkids, or because they can't get down on the ground and get back up. What would you give to be able to play with them? They would give all the money in the world for that. And so I feel like it's my imperative to teach people that and show them that what you're doing now is setting you up to be able to do all those things down the road. And you're going to get to the point in your life, if you don't, that you're going to regret it. And I don't want people to regret that. I want them to be able to live their life to the fullest, to add not only quantity of life, but also the quality of life, to be able to do the things they want to do for a really long period of time. I want to show people that giving up when you turn 30 or 40 and saying, my life is downhill from here, I'm not going to be able to do the things I used to do when I was a kid anymore, I'm just getting old, that it doesn't have to be that way. And so that's what motivates me. That's what drives me. And that's what keeps me hungry to continue to help Coyote improve, continue to help teach our coaches, because that's my top priority at this point, is to pour into our coaches and teach them all the things that I have learned over the years and all the things that I know can help them have an impact on their members, because it's like a new wave of coaches that are coming in. And so I have to give them the tools to be able to be successful, to have an impact on people. So that's what keeps me motivated. That's what fires me up. That's what keeps me wanting to do this. That's what keeps me buckling down. I was thinking about this the other day. There used to be this Jackson area affiliate league for all the CrossFit gyms in the area, and we'd all meet together and talk about the workouts and how we were going to do a competition. It was really fun. It only lasted a couple of years, but it was a great way for all the gyms to get to know each other. And I was thinking back on it, and I was like, I don't think there's a single one of those members or owners that was at that meeting anymore, or at that meeting, who still runs their gym anymore. They've either sold or they've closed. And I've bought 4 gyms myself. I've been approached by close to probably 10 other ones of people that want to sell. And it's because this is really, it's hard. The stress, the hours, and then the financial benefit is not the same as you would get for that same amount of stress and hours in another line of business. And a lot of people see that. I had a conversation with a friend who owns a gym in another state who he just took another job. He's been running the gym over 10 years. Because he wasn't able to even make the money that he wanted to with this gym. He still believes in this gym. He still loves it, but he wanted to do something, to help provide for his family. And I have a family, and I think about those things, but as well. But what keeps me going? What keeps me motivated? What keeps me digging deep when things get hard is that I know to the core of my being how important it is what we're doing. And I want people to be able to experience that. I want people to be able to partake in that. And the only way that they're going to fully buy in is if they understand why we're doing it. So that's my goal here. And I want to just put out as much information as I can. I want to use these videos to teach, to enlighten, to inspire, and to hopefully show people how important this is and what they can do to make progress for the rest of their life. And ultimately, my goal is, even if you are a member of Coyote, if you don't even live close by, if you just take these videos and apply them to your own health and fitness journey, you'll be able to learn everything you need to know to make all the progress you want to in the world. And I fully believe that whether your goal is to compete at an extremely high level in the sport of CrossFit, or to just live a long, functional, healthy, happy life, or anywhere in between, lose 100 pounds, whatever it is, I firmly believe that if you understand and learn through all this, that you'll be able to do that.